Hi there. I am so excited to be here with Kimberly Miller today. She is the founder and chief divorce educator of PartWise. She's also an attorney, a certified divorce financial analyst, a marriage and family therapist. You've really got a ton of credentials there, Kimberly. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
So I just want you to talk a little bit about PartWise and what it is and how it can help people.
Okay, PartWise really came out of 25 years of experience working with divorcing families in all sorts of roles, the parenting role, the legal role, mediator, and a lot of financial work. And finding in particular during COVID, how many more people were trying to do a lot of the work and the research on their own. They were Googling or they were buying books or they were doing whatever. And I wanted to provide a neutral education source. So PartWise is really just that. It is a online education resource for sort of everything you need to know about divorce. It's available all the time. It's subscription based. So clients would just have like an online dashboard and they can work through learning modules, template documents. There's so much there that they can, when they feel the need, really educate themselves and empower themselves to make better decisions.
And what about location? Like, is this relevant to anybody anywhere or the
Yep.
US or?
It's in the US. Yeah. So, but it's across all states. It differentiates what state you're in. So if you're in a community property state, it's going to talk to you about that versus, equitable states and a few other differences between the states. It's not legal advice. It absolutely doesn't take the place of having a lawyer or really having any professionals. It's not the same thing as a coach or, any kind of financial support that you might have, but it really is just that underlying education piece. And it's got one of the areas that gets the most use is the readiness area, where it's sort of helping you figure out if you're ready for your clients, figure out if they're ready for divorce. If they are, how do you find professionals? Who's the right professional to start? How do you talk to an attorney? It's got a ton of information in there about learning what process and just how to get going to begin with. And we find that clients a lot of times hang out in that area for a long time, sometimes weeks or months or, really long time before they might be ready to then jump into the substance, which there's tons of information there as well.
That sounds amazing. What about for the person who's totally overwhelmed and doesn't know where to start?
um, Sort of two things. One is it does work through in a modular fashion and kind of a linear fashion. So, you can always jump in and get specific questions answered, but it's okay to just start at the beginning and slowly work your way through it. We also this year came out with a partwise workbook. Which is it's like 50 pages. You can download a digital version if you want it immediately. I sort of recommend the hard copy just because I like to write down things. But we're finding that for the people who want a little time on their own to process, the workbook deals with the logistics, again, how to get started, how to gather documents, checklists, and whatnot. But it also has a lot of readiness information. There's a lot of journaling prompts, a lot of questions to ask yourself. There's scripts and some prompts and discussion points for how you might talk to your spouse about this if you're comfortable doing that, or how you might find other support systems, whether it's family or friends or professionals. So for the person who really doesn't know where to start, it is a very small commitment to just kind of get a workbook and have something that you can really tangibly work through.
Oh, I think that's great. I think that, if you've never gone through divorce before, it's very overwhelming and you definitely need guidance. And this sounds like a really easy way to get some really good guidance. So
Yeah.
thank you for creating it and sharing it with us and for offering it to people all over. Thank you.
Yes, of course.